Out. Get connected. Facebook says no way, unable to connect. We'll do it again. There we go. All right.
Ship it. Too much content.
You're like really
Restream's gonna send us a bill.
It's like really
Restream's gonna up our price.
that many hours? You guys really want to go again? All right, here we go.
Our servers can't handle it. I don't know if those crying eyes are what I want to see at the end of a cool down, but
Are you guys doing a workout?
What's up, Boyko?
What up? What up? Somehow, I jumped into that meetup, and it was a workout. I don't know what happened.
Oh, you talking about Tips workout?
Yeah. We just finished it. It's good. It's really good.
All right. I bet you there's gonna be no pictures on Strava.
No, there is. There is a video. There's a picture.
Oh, there'll be a picture? Okay.
Yeah,
Save. It looks like it's locked up though. Is it gonna...
It said save workout. Yeah, mine's taking a while after I click save workout. There it goes.
Oh, there we go. It came through. Yeah. I thought that it crashed, but it just takes a little while.
Oh yeah, Twitch is not loving this today.
Yeah, no, that's not.
My name is Scott Mitchell, and I'm a journalist.
It's like they want you to stay off. So what I ended up doing was just leaving it off for like 10, 15 minutes, and then starting it again.
Jason did some magic too.
Oh, or actually, Jason's what fixed it when you unlinked it and relinked it.
Yeah. I'm on now.
I don't know if you have to do it again.
I got it. We're good. We are live. All right. A quick share out. I think we're good to go.
Oh, got to charge my DI2. That's why my erg was all messed up. Yeah, it was just because of the DI2. Mm-hmm. Yep. And if you believe that, I got some other stuff I want to tell you.
Your battery wasn't charged up is why you were finding it hard.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you for spelling that out.
Hey, I signed up for that meetup with Tiffany because I saw Andy signed up. And then I get in there and he's not even there.
I declined.
Dissed you, huh?
It's called catfishing. He catfished you.
Winning best young rider at both races. What I also hadn't realized is that my
Next time I'm going to sign up for like the O Crit Smash Fest, but then go do Recover on Sufferfest instead, just to get some suckers to go sign up for it.
The two brothers set themselves was to ride 2,000 kilometers from their home
Which is still not up wrong,
across one of the harshest landscapes in the world.
That was way more TSS than it said it was going to be.
Would you get like 140 or something? Well, it's because of the 4DP. It's the 4DP values, that's why.
Yeah. So it's pushing those upper values harder than if it was based
because
on
you've got a lower.
Yeah. IF was supposed to be 0.9, and mine came through at 0.95. That's why it felt so freaking hard. Because it was.
You just need a higher FTP, Eric.
Eric, basically what that's saying is that every time you do a workout that's not in Sufferfest, you've basically been taking it easy compared to everyone else.
Yep.
That's only for any workout that's above threshold. I haven't done any workouts above threshold.
So how often a year do you get to see your brother?
12 hours a week.
Exactly. Everybody else is, but he never goes
out
because it doesn't have
last
to
year.
Because
like March of last year.
It's difficult when he's got to ride all the time. Here's this kid who's...
What he's saying is when he loads the 30-30 intervals
let's see if I can hang on to his wheel for 3
on
weeks.
Zwift, it doesn't go over threshold.
Well, when I load,
but his head's still at the level where he's like, yeah, exactly what I used
to there's the chat.
I want to keep up. You're still my younger brother, so I want to kick your ass.
I'm still not getting you on Twitch.
Oh yeah.
I'm a competitive guy. But I'm nervous about there being a day hidden away that the last 3.5
You're showing live with 0 viewers, but when I click on you, I don't get anything.
Partying and working too hard will catch up with me.
We need to have a word with the Twitch CEO.
We got to a stage when we were both competitive bike riders.
Mr. Bezos?
Together.
When was the last time you rode together?
Well, I mean, we got along really well, but on the bike it was just a totally different thing, so we just would never ride together. So, yeah,
nice.
Probably over 5 years ago.
Maybe restream.
Let's get on the road.
stop.
Yeah, so this is what I was doing last time, Jason. Like Twitch.
Oh, it took it off. Oh yeah.
Online and sending data. Online sending data.
Huh.
So
Yeah.
the only way you fixed it last time was to actually unpair it and re-add it.
That's weird.
I'm supposed to be better, and I'm supposed to be
Pain, but it worked.
him. But in reality, like, there's miles apart.
Yeah, Justin's still talking.
You know, I haven't
Yeah.
touched the bike for so long. And I think he's been kind to me by kind of not letting that show and kind of biting his lip when he probably prefer to just be riding him. So.
See you guys. I'm out of here.
Later.
So you used to do a channel called Spufsy's Stories.
Like when I was 5 or 6, you know, we ran. One of our mates got run over. I ran over, and he was like knocked out.
We're not allowed to. We're in
Yeah,
lockdown.
I was completely worried. So they took our motorbikes away from us. I was devastated because, as far as I was concerned, I was going to be a Formula 1 driver. And it was on the
You
TV
encouraged me to break the law.
France, kind of an ad for it, and I was like, they look like they're going pretty fast. And so I thought, well, that's the next fastest thing I can do. I put a bike downstairs.
We used to just make like Frankenstein bikes under the house with all the shit we have.
Andy.
The one common element between all the bikes is you always take the brakes off.
Zone 3 today.
Never thought you never brakes.
I put it on level 3.
It's so funny.
How the hell How are the numbers still stuck to the wall? I would have thought it would just strip
He
them
also
off.
taught us no fear.
Look, you can kind of see him wiggling
That's
back
kind
there.
of our first
I can see one wiggling.
experiences of racing.
I'm super impressed at what the Sufferfest was along within the
Yes.
In the morning, Angus and I get our first interview of the trip after spotting a house on the edge of town filled with giant wrought iron sculptures.
Well, my name's Snowy Harris, Trevor Harris. They call me Snow. I lived in Walker since 1980, and many years ago I was a fucking piss pot, you know. I was on the grog all the time, and I give the grog up, and I used to have something to do weekend, so I just started to make things. Oh, well, Araby is a mate of mine, you know, like he was a bike rider back in the 60s, and he rode for New South. He was here one day when it all started, and I had them big wheels. I said, I might make a bike out of this and put you on
The
it.
window open, so it's just rolling in on the floor, and the fan blasted on my hand.
I
Like
was
my
here
hands,
for
my
28
hands are
years.
actually
That's
getting
all
cold.
I've done all my life.
That
And
fan.
Other than that, done a bit of
Let
fencing
them cool
and that.
down.
And I'm not trying to be a big note and cunt or nothing, but I was a pretty good shearer.
Need to
When I
J-Zone wear
learned
gloves
to shear,
inside.
my old man told me.
I know.
He said, you want to learn to shear properly, boy. He said, because you'll get in some trouble in your life. He said, so, if you can shear a sheep
Stream
properly,
come up on Twitch.
no one
Am I
can
gonna have to
say
look at this
anything
in a
about
different
it.
place?
I know. It'd be on Facebook.
I said, no, I haven't got any advice, but I wouldn't like to be riding a bush like that far
Got an
anyway.
ad that just popped up.
Yeah, it's all intermittent.
Big Bird's on. DoorDash.
You don't subscribe, Eric. You don't use your Prime
Strangely, I
free.
had this
Oh, it just ran out today.
I just rode my
Today
bike.
was the day. I tried when I was watching last night. It said 1 day remaining.
Always had to push it up this one hill. The rest is history. I then started winning state titles at 13, and then national titles at 14, and then, you know,
Yeah, I know. They
went to
make
the
you
World
click on it
Championships
every
at
time. And
16.
you can't do it. You can't do it a day early.
I was definitely in the shadow guy. Still. Like Dad, like really loved what Gus was doing. So my mindset was like, well, if I can just try and
Just
achieve
taking heart rate
what
right
he
out
achieved
there, huh?
or better at the same age, then like
Yeah.
I deserve the same recognition, which I was doing. But
You don't have to worry
the
about
thing was,
resizing.
it's like all of a sudden.
No, he does that because
2 years
he
later,
likes to
state
fake
title
his
was a big deal
FTP.
because
So his heart rate gives away that he's not actually doing.
then he was
Like,
winning national.
So he just
titles,
has to
and by the time I was
grimace. He
winning
just has to
national
act
titles,
it up, and then
he
that
just
sells
pretends,
everything.
he pretends his FTP is like 200. And yeah, I'm working really hard. His heart rate's at like 105.
It might be fixed now.
The car goes ahead
My
of
heart
the
rate
boys
is pretty
in the
low.
car, and once they catch up, we find Gus, after 5 hours of riding in plus 35-degree heat, is like a zombie.
All right, Jerry says
Although
switch
he
it
tries
back
to
up.
play it down, you just need to take one look at him to realize how deep he's gone.
funky lately.
There you go.
Screw you all morning.
I've got 50 cents.
Welcome back.
It's all 50.
Yeah, I don't get to go on there and video, it'll give you commercial. And other times I've been on there in like a whole day, it's never had a
it's impossible to describe.
perfect. Today there was some big cracks appeared towards the end. I think it was just the heat. It was sort of a really weird, but it just all my energy just went and like. Today would be the longest ride since I.
Oh, front derailleur battery critical.
Oh, critical.
That kind of was it just gave me a little bit of nerves.
What are they saying? Your FTP is too low.
Not settled in. It's a good idea, but
You put on some weight.
what if
Your haircut's rubbish.
the legs just don't turn one day?
I don't like my
I'm
haircut.
stuck, and that would be devastating.
I'm just
I think he was talking about my haircut.
The problem is, it's only day
Your
2.
haircut's good, Jason. You still got the bounce. See,
Yeah,
enough
see.
fluff up there to still get
Yeah.
still got the bounce going on.
You guys have almost got the same haircut.
Was that a human being or a skeleton on your screen there?
What's that?
Mental thing.
Was that a human being or a skeleton that was on your Twitch stream? Is that on the stream a second ago?
Oh yeah, it's Lachlan Morton and his brother
Mentally.
doing some ride across crazy country. I don't know. I'm listening.
Want to do it. Like your body's telling your brain.
How often do you have to charge your Di2 battery?
Primal thing.
Not often.
Eric?
Mine's SRAM.
Basically,
Just when it pops up and warns me, it's not very often. Maybe once
getting chased by a fucking
every
something. So your body's like, you don't need to be doing this, don't. And then your brain's trying to say, well, no, we need to do it. So
Is it like an electric vehicle? You have like a 300
Oh yeah, Discord is off, Jerry.
The cool thing about the SRAM at least is if one of them dies, I can swap it. So, like if the rear dies or the front dies, I can swap batteries.
Nice.
Di2
awesome,
dies, you're just screwed.
Yeah, but you know it's dying when it shuts down the front derailleur and you can only shift on the back. So that's your warning that it's getting low. If you haven't got it set up.
Yeah, we've had riders hit that on the way out on a ride though, and they're like, oh no, and then the rear eventually dies. Yeah. We tried to do some crazy bike mating maneuver where we lined them up next to each other and tried to plug the battery off of one into the other guys so that they could
Really?
get it to shift back up into the big ring. And we couldn't get it to work. Yeah.
So what's the charge?
I don't know on that.
They charge
It's like-
reasonably quick. If you take one of those charge blocks and do it like at a rest stop or something.
Oh, you might be able to do that. Yeah. It's usually no big deal. It lasts forever normally. You just have to remember to do it.
Yeah, but
Just
the
don't go into a ride.
Yeah, you wouldn't have your.
Yeah, and
cable with you. It's a cable for Di2. It's not a USB. They're adapters.
I didn't know where that was. Like to me, that was humor. And they just like we're like, oh my god, no, you didn't.
Oh, you're screwed, sir.
You're so
After a
screwed.
short ride today, everyone's in good spirits.
yeah, Jerry.
Western
It's definitely a
Hotel,
fun
the
video.
local pub provides beers and an explanation of how the locals like to go picnic.
How's it go on the video, Jerry? Is this called Thereabouts? This workout is called Thereabouts. It's part of their inspiration series. Essentially, which has been a good effort of having some really interesting things to watch while you do more endurance-based work, anywhere from 30-40 minutes to an hour and a half to 90 minutes. So just filter out inspirations, and you can see all the little inspiration videos.
That cracked me heaps. Getting back on track, man. You
Afterwards to see.
Look out, Lockie, he's coming.
Shook out.
You get that functionality if you buy the Wi-Fi module and connect to your Garmin, etc. But without the Wi-Fi module, plug into the system, you don't get any of that.
There's a shitload of road trains.
Didn't some of the
And by the sounds of
used to do that
the
a long
guys at
time
the
ago?
pub last night like to drive pretty fast. So best to get off that road.
Have some kind of module or something to read it. Just send it.
The old, you're talking about that old mechanical when it was called the flight deck, wasn't it? And then that would, it was a built-in there's like a built-in diffuser to derail your system.
Because you have so much time to
told you what.
The moments when you're like, man, I would love bike riding, are few and far between.
Yeah, I don't know if I assume it recorded it as well. Yeah. Then I just remember
the closest I was.
Yeah, I have one of my data fields on my Garmin set. One of the small fields actually set to what gear I'm in.
Because all those negatives just built up.
What you need is like a warning device.
When I saw it decided, I spoke to Gus because he had experience in that area.
Get ready. Get ready.
Sending him an email.
See, Eric, you don't necessarily need to know which gear you're in on the VI2 because you don't get a punishment shift if you shift one too many extra.
Because it's there, and then work it out at the end of that as opposed to
on the SRAM, then you get a punishment shift. Like if you shift up one too many gears, it will then drop it back down one.
Oh no, it won't. Not on electronic. It kind of did that on the old Red, the double tap. If you were up in that top gear and you hit it again, you kind of had to come back down again. Yeah.
See that scar there?
It doesn't do that on.
My mate Anthony from high school, when the global financial crisis happened, he took all of his money out of the bank and bought gold bars and a shotgun and a rifle. And so we go down to the range, and so he takes like a dozen shots and he's like, "Oh, Scott, you have a go." And then I just lose any perspective on what I'm doing, and the butt of the gun slips from my shoulder to under my shoulder, and I take the next shot, and it just comes screaming back. The scope takes that chunk out of my forehead, and I stand up, pretend I'm adjusting my fringe, and go, "I'll see you back at the car, mate." We race to like Prince Alfred, like, "Stitch me up, stitch me up."
I'm like a generation behind now, and I did that whole week's tour with the bike sitting outside the tent the whole week overnight, and then riding through the rain like several days.
Yeah, I think Tim had no problem. And the funny thing was, white car, when he drove, with that wind blowing out,
it sounds like he just unplugged the cable. That sounds like.
I'm pretty sure he sabotaged it. Yeah. I'll bet when we get back, this is gonna work fine.
maybe he has like 80 years of work, right? So I guess
I haven't put any expectations on how I'm meant to be feeling. I sort of came in expecting just to be groveling through the whole thing and that be part of it.
Like my brother, I've always copied what he did, and then now because I'm like on the bike rider, he's like, "Fuck, I'll just copy what you do." So he's like fallen into this routine where he'll just do what I do, which is kind of like I've never seen Gus do that before.
I think he's genuinely enjoying riding his bike and enjoying going a different way about it. Coming into this, like that was always the idea, so you kind of expected that. But then when you actually think about it, when you think about the position he's put himself in as a professional bike rider, it's completely unique. Who the fuck else is doing this? No one else is doing this.
I was looking at that last night when I finally got in.
Didn't look as bad when I was just looking at it.
I suppose it's very selfish. It's a selfish job, so therefore, like everything has to be right for you. When I was riding, like everything revolved around, you're like, "Oh, well, I can't clean that up because I got to go and get a massage," or like, "I can't do that up because I've, got to go ride my bike." Then, it's always you can't do certain things because you're holding off for yourself.
So I have a girlfriend of a couple of years now, and we're really close. Really love her. There'll be times in the season you're compromising things and you're really putting bike riding like, I really need to do this. And you're like, maybe it'd be easier if I didn't have a girlfriend. And then, like, as soon as I say that, I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Like, that's like all you've got, Like, that's the best thing you have. Like, what? Like, you're fucking out of touch, And then all of a sudden you realize, like,
I was a minute
I'm out of touch,
Once they started doing their efforts, I was a minute behind, so I could watch them ramping, and then they got to watch me.
Here it comes. jumps.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh, shoot, it's coming. Alright, boys, I gotta go.
Later.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm out of here. I'm out of here as well.
Later.
See you guys.
Okay, boys. See you later. Bye.
When the rain don't fall. The sun don't shine.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta. Hold on. Okay, go ahead. Go. What's that? You taking what to the what?
The overlay for
Yeah, did it work? The one that you got from the chat, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should. You can get it from the drive. Did you find it in the drive?
I couldn't find it. I don't know where
Oh, okay. I think I sent you a link and then Justin sent you another. But I can send you the. I can email you the file. I have the file also, of course. So it's higher quality. Yeah. Sounds good.
I even tried looking under the, some of the things for the name you had in there. Every other detail and stuff like that came up, but not that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Check your Discord, Slack later. It'll be there.
Okay.
Sounds good. Welcome everybody. Thanks for joining in. We're on the inspirations, a new set of videos that SUF Fitness has put out. Essentially cool 30 to 90 minute videos for you to get endurance in. It's been really good so far. It's about the Morton brothers heading their way across Australia from what I understand. Look at that drafting.
Wow, they want to go up to 55.
55.
Pace, that's on a flat race pace on a multi-stage tour. So up to 57. And Gus is still
55
there,
kilometers.
even on the gentle climb. So the Oregon's doing really well, wanting to motor. Go guys. Awesome. Awesome. He's going to give it some stick now. 58. But I think that what you'll want to do.
Welcome everybody. If you're just joining in on the chat. My name is Jason Flores. I'm one of the riders from TeamODZ. We're getting ready for the Tour of SUF Philandria. Just wanted to highlight some of the videos, new videos that SUF Fitness has put together. This series is called Inspirations. We're following the Morton brothers around Australia. It's been a good video so far. Definitely
That's calling it.
interesting to do endurance too. It's been good.
He's definitely pushing himself pretty hard, and there's a few times when I would rather him just cool it a bit, But the thing with motor pacing is the further you drop back from the draft source, the less draft you're getting, so it's exponentially harder. I was trying to give him a hand just to sling it back up to the car, and he just wouldn't do it, he's just so fucking stubborn. He's just nah. So just battle for an extra 30 seconds. I'm like, oh, it's hurting. And he just slowly comes back and he does it. He was totally smashed. But he was just yeah, did it. To take it out of the cycling context, it's you're getting your head held underwater, right? It's he's gasping for breath, and then kicking really hard trying to get to the top, and then a hand comes down and can pull you straight out of that situation. But you're no, fuck you, I don't need your help. I'm gonna swim to the top myself. Well, there's all these guys that hang around pro bike riding, and they used to hang out at races, but before there was internet and that, they just want to collect stuff, bike stuff. And now, with Facebook, they can just kind of get directly in contact. This guy wants a jersey, number, time trial, suit, cap, or other things for my collection, please. And they're usually pretty pushy, so I always just say I'm a collector of spoons, and then that if they send me some sort of unique spoon, I'll send them a jersey.
Have you ever got thrones?
No, they always just, then actually they get quite angry. Like, cause for a little while they're a little bit confused and I think they realise, like, you're taking the piss.
It's funny.
Alright, dude. This would be a hard training load to take on anywhere, but then to take it on the road is harder again. But I mean, we did 200 Ks in 5 hours today. It's race speed, you know, that's like what you do in tours and that sort of thing. And he did that. What he did today was equivalent to what an accomplished bike rider can do. And if you put it in the time frame of a month, like he's put it together, it's really impressive.
Well, coming back again, it certainly brought back competitive spirit. I haven't had a competitive spirit for, God, like 5 or 6 years, long before I finished bike riding. But I find myself riding, I've got this real mongrel about me, like, I still haven't been challenged by anything we've done yet. It's surprising.
Ready? I'm Lachlan Morton. This is Redneck Wakeboarding.
Oh man.
It's a crucial time in training and all that sort of stuff, but it's also a time where you need to, well for me anyway, I need to just sort of totally disconnect myself from that world that is pro bike riding.
I think it'll make him survive in the sport. And I also think it'll just make him a more rounded, wholesome, interesting person. You know, regardless of whatever he does and regardless of whatever he wants to do post-bike riding or within bike riding, you know, I'd much rather hang out with someone who's interesting than someone who's not interesting. So it's kind of cool that my brother's become interesting.
Okay, yeah. Safety's on. Okay, until you see that red dot, that's what reminds you. See that red dot there? Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Dennis?
It goes back.
Yeah, this is their new series called Inspirations. Some really awesome videos, just kind of keep you interested while you're doing kind of lower intensity intervals.
Fuck me.
I'm sure if it's been a while since you, if it's been a while, these are all new videos. Been really good.
That's it, perfect.
Just getting the spin on after my workout. Did power stations this morning. Guns, my kind of workout. Yeah, dude, this is like legit. Look at these guys. This is the Morton brothers there. Lachlan and Gus, I think.
Dude,
yeah.
How intense is it?
Oh,
it's pretty intense, man.
A long few days of travelling and we're more isolated than we've been. On the road into the tiny desert town of Murray, barely a word was spoken. But once we meet the guys who run the local pub, Lockie sparks up, talking his way into shooting their rifle and getting us a tour of the underground cellars.
Wow.
This is amazing.
Look at this.
This is 130 years old. Really? Yeah.
So, tell me about the whole setup you've got down here.
Oh, well, I need a place to keep all my toys because my room isn't big enough. It's probably half the size of this where I stay. It's just got a bed and my Xbox and TV. So this is where I keep all my toys. Oh, you're kidding. See, I let the kids down here.
I had a bike yesterday. Nice. I'll check it out. I had a bike.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Chris, see these walls?
Yep.
That's salt.
Salt. Man. And there's a mixture of sandstone in there as well, so like before it's time.
Almost made of salt.
The Murray Hotel, where the beer and the singlets are free, the cellars are big, and the staff don't really seem to give a fuck. This is the best pub I will ever go to in my life.
Oh, that's awesome.
To be a man. What's up?
Pretty perfect.
The captioning,
Too much, Ed.
the words.
Pretty good, though.
I don't know. Let's see.
I was in the Air Force for a few years. I left the Air Force and worked in intelligence and security, and I thought, bugger it, time to come to Australia as far away from home as I can. And I was here for
I don't see any.
about a year. I'd gone all around the coast and everywhere on that, and I thought it's time to take a look at the centre. So I bought a car and started coming off from Adelaide and come to Mari.
Who has?
And walked into the pub. It was pretty busy.
What?
They needed a little bit of help. I said, go for it. So I jumped behind the bar, poured a few drinks, and enjoyed the night. At the end of the night, they said, we've got some work for you. And I was travelling with a mate. Got some work
man.
for a mate for a couple of weeks.
Okay.
At the end of those 2 weeks, the bar sales had gone up like 40 or 50%. Whether it was me or not, I have no idea. But probably just a coincidence. But they took it as a good sign and offered us
Captioning. No, can't find any captioning, Dennis.
now in the pub full time. That's how I ended up in Mari.
Already.
Oh, he just backed off. Now he's at 7.7 watts per kilogram.
Ah, it's getting tired.
It's a bit before 6 in the morning. We got off about 5. We're at a town called Mari, which is in the middle of the desert. It was 40 degrees here yesterday, so we're getting on the road early, so we can beat the heat essentially.
One of those new motors.
So we'll hopefully be done by about 10.
Yeah, he's
and
doing
the worst of the heat. We're off to Cooper Pedy today.
500
driving, a few
plus
go past Lake Air and
his watts actually
go past
variable, so he's
Williams
not
Creek
plotting.
Station and stuff like that. So it should be a pretty fun day.
75 RPMs. That's
We tied one on a bit last night.
Oh, that's a setting on. That's a setting on. Hold on. Let's see. That's a setting on Facebook for closed captioning for them talking and me talking. Yeah, that's why it's on. I'll go ahead. Go ahead, Buzz. So what happened after he slowed down?
Oh no, he's at like 550 watts plus.
Just
Oh,
riding
sounds
a
like an
bike
emulator.
After
Or-
1,000
so special.
after
Yeah.
1,000 kilometers.
Also so challenging. It's hard to explain, but
Well, it's speed
for me that's
very
like
slightly.
what bike riding is. I'm not a religious person, but it's almost like meditation for me to be able to go out there and ride like that. And then when I say ride, like
just not
when we
quite
get
right.
stuck in, you know, when we were riding hard.
When Gus quit cycling 4.5 years ago, he had 2 contract offers on the table.
We went to downtown Disney, Bussy, like a week ago. It was just, oh man, it was before they opened any food, so it was kind of like somber almost. Just like,
It's really hard to
yeah.
explain. Like cycling was genuinely.
Yeah, there was a line. There was a line to get into like the Disney shopping store. They were counting how many people to go in, all that kind of stuff.
Really traumatic. I can almost remember the
I was at
exact day.
Costco Saturday.
I would have been maybe
It was
14 or
packed,
15.
man. They're not even.
I've been
they're not
surfing
even
in the morning,
pretending to count
bodyboarding,
anymore.
and I came home and I was like, righto, I want to be a climber. I was a big kid and I sort of thought, okay, well, I want to be a climber, so it means I need to get real skinny. And so I just started dieting like in the extreme. I'd kind of do these things that would be so extreme, you know.
The thing is,
I'd
if you
be
can't stay 3 feet away from people or 6
like
feet away
out
from
training,
people or whatever,
say, you know, I would go for 4 hours and I wouldn't eat at all.
you're just not
Body's got
doing
no
it right.
energy. It's like your vision starts.
I mean,
getting
unless you're
blurred and
unless
you
you're
start
waiting for the
making really
chickens
bad
to come off the
decisions.
fryer.
Think properly, and you know, I'd go and do that, and I'd do that day and day on end, and kind of just be destroying my body, and then still go out and race, and I'd kind of self-sabotage races, so I wouldn't try as hard in certain races because I didn't want to win sprints because I thought that sprints would bulk you up too much. I never remember what it was like to feel good. Like I just didn't feel good on the bike for like 3 years before I finished. You know, like I just didn't have one genuinely good race. So I think I just lost perspective, and then it got so warped, and all these hang-ups that I had and ideas that were impossible to break. I remember thinking like, what I'm doing is irrational. It doesn't make any sense. Like I'm more intelligent than this, but I couldn't.
You actually know this, or you think I just want to be stupid?
I had psychiatrists and stuff like that, but I could always convince them that I was fine. Like I remember,
what did they do with the other
he's doing really well. Like he's improved heaps. And I remember just being like, I just took you for a fucking ride. And so that's why in the end I was like,
I've never seen a half chicken on this.
Like I'm leaving because I'll never be good in the state of mind.
Well, for one, they're usually gone before
and
they can even think about it.
And I'm just sick of never being happy.
And this guy's done 12,880 meters
I was a little bit pissed off
of climbing.
because it was kind of like he was just abandoning ship leaving me there, you know? Like,
So maybe use that everything
sucks,
on a
but
flat
like, I have to keep doing it, so why shouldn't you have to keep doing it? That was like my initial reaction. I don't know, I just felt like he was abandoning what we were doing.
You didn't
13 years old, I got told I got the goddamn Tour de France. I was on a bike attached to a breathing apparatus in Spain, and with a doctor.
Oh wow! I'm going really slow.
We did a test with him on a bike, and he said, like, you know, right now your ability is as good as like the best 18-year-olds, and you're 13. It was my 13th birthday. And you could, you know, he's like, I can see no reason why not in the future.
I think my last FTP test might have been slightly under.
You hear that when you're 13?
Like maybe halfway between.
If you do Sufferfest, you get a FTP test on Thursday.
I said that to you.
I can't, dude. That'll make 17 days in a row. I can't do that.
Okay, we can take tomorrow off.
Shit, you know? So we wouldn't have
Wednesday, you can take Wednesday off.
Been updating our Twitter about, you know, the weather.
No, my plan was to ride Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Got to ride Friday. Start on Saturday.
You should do the short one, the Monty test, the half test. It's a ramp test. They have one on Sufferfest. You should do, yeah, that one.
Extreme danger.
Oh, I thought you meant the kids one.
No. There's a half Monty. You should check it out. That one's a good one. It's short. You could do it as a workout.
We're just riding out on our bikes.
I need to lube my entire bike. My shifter's squeaking.
Uh-oh. I just did my first round of waxing my chain, and it's amazing.
Really?
Ah, I'm using a, what is it, Squirt chain lube. It's a paraffin wax based. It's polymer something or another. It's pretty awesome.
I've been using that for like 3 years.
Yeah, see? I'm just late to the game. Then I need to ask, how often do I need to put it back on?
Oh, on Zwift? Just get a little noisy.
Huh? How often?
On Zwift, I just do it like every couple of weeks if it starts getting a little noisy. I really want to.
I don't need to clean it beforehand. I just rub it. Yeah, just add a little wax to it. All right.
You'll notice underneath your bike, you'll get those little black pieces, which are basically the wax that have attracted dirt, and they just drop off.
Oh, very cool.
Just over 800
And I
km
swear,
we get to Uluru.
you will get
We've got a few days to get there.
10,000 miles on Zwift out of your
Now there's no real plan.
Nice.
We're just kind of riding until
Gary
we
says you
see
have to-
somewhere just to stop and camp,
all
or
the time, and it
see
hasn't
somewhere
even
interesting
changed.
that we think might be
I don't get it.
a good little spot to stop. So
Jerry says you have to clean the bike off. Yeah.
interesting.
I think Jerry uses the same one, right, Jerry?
Yeah, it's just in case, you know. In case of what? I haven't.
Oh yeah, he gets the little blobs, black blobs on the frame too. I've only had it for a while, but I also have a black frame, so it's hard to tell. But I'll look after this and I'll let you know.
I get it on the floor.
Especially when you're heading into the unknown, you always got to take a whiskey pop.
Yeah, and a little bit on the chainstay, but
And it's
titanium that doesn't care. Titanium could care less.
sorry. Forever bike.
That was the first show I directed. I had like a really kick-ass job, a beautiful girlfriend. I had.
Yeah, I still got that gouge in it from my old trainer.
Was moving forward in my career.
It fell off?
I just put Gorilla Tape over it. Haven't worried about
And
that.
I wasn't at all happy. Couldn't work out why
I
I
watched
wasn't
it for a while just to make sure it
Once I
wasn't going
finished
to break.
bike riding, I kind of went.
Nice.
You know,
It was where
I was drinking too much, partying too much, because that was the only outlet that I could have, and I just realised that all I would do was work my ass
was
off
like
for a
resting
week and
against
then
it, and I never really thought about it.
go and get wasted on the weekend. And I
Like,
stopped and kind of took stock
Steel
back at the way
just
I was
sitting on
living.
top
I
of
thought,
titanium.
Jesus, man,
What
you
could
need to
that
like
matter? And then
change
after a while, I looked at it and
really
like, holy
get
crap,
control.
it's like we're in
So
Poland.
I started riding again just because there was a bike there that.
Yeah, Jerry says he gets the black spots on his cranks.
It's like brilliant.
Yeah. The best cleaner that I use is, and it's super cheap,
Alcohols generally
is that
antioxidant
505.
fuel diet.
Which one? What is
Zep 505.
Nice.
Mental state.
You can get it at Home Depot for like
Sharpens the mind.
$5, $6 for a gallon.
Trigger to react.
And you just put it in the sprayer.
Gives it a little bit
It'll
of
last
rest.
you like 3 years.
Wow. That's good.
So I just put the bike on the park stand.
Uh-huh.
In the yard.
I mean, they've done a 200.
Hose it down.
So
spray all the components, you know, all the drivetrain with that stuff. And if my brakes are dirty, I'll spray the brake pads and stuff. And then let it kind of soak for a minute.
Just up to the 65.
And it's got like a weird long brush.
Come into, well, we're only about
turn the wheel or turn the
15
crank,
k's off the 300
run through all the cogs, switch
Nice.
gears to get the one I'm in.
They want to go up to 70.
And then run it on the chain a little bit, like from underneath and from above.
Up again,
Huh.
they're wanting to go up
While
to
sitting it.
75.
Uh-huh.
And
The
then
75k
rinse it
would
off.
be the finishing sprint
Usually
speed
one
in the last
cycle.
few hundred
Clean it like
meters
crazy. It'll look like a brand new chain.
a race. We're going to
This is the first
80K
time that I've this is the first time that I've done the whole I put it you put it into Gatorade bottle with smart simple grain, and you shake it, and then all the grease just comes out of the chain. I've never done like that thorough of a cleaning.
60k an hour average. Cool enough.
It's really
Yeah,
good.
it's just a pain to take it off.
I know. I have a quick release. Jerry was asking what the black stuff was. Plus he was saying that it's essentially the dirt, the wax attracting the dirt and then fluffing off. That was it.
Yep. When you add more, it just takes the place of it.
There you go. Probably do every couple weeks. I'll do that.
Yeah, you'll notice, especially if you're on a quiet trainer, it'll just seem a little bit louder.
Nice.
Yes, he's located a couple
What's
of
up,
schools.
Joe?
And sent me through some photos.
Thanks for joining in.
Up to scratch, and they work really nice.
We have about 7 minutes to go here.
And then the second
There's
one
2
was
parts to this little movie. So far, it's been really good watching the Morton brothers train and behind this crazy van with a trailer that they've been drafting behind at like 55 kilometers per hour. Been good.
That's almost as fast as that guy I was watching on Zwift a minute ago.
Yeah.
Almost. Not quite.
So you're gonna do what workout are you gonna do tomorrow?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I did Magnum today, dude. That's a freaking workout.
I saw that.
Basically to Uluru.
Yeah, wait till you see my graph.
We sort of figured, well, let's bash out a bit
It's as bad as anything I've seen on Sufferfest.
15 or 20 k's with a rock.
Except it's all real time, you know. I had a guy that was so. I stayed on this guy's wheel the whole time, and at the end, now he was obviously a bit smaller, but at the end he did 3.0 average, and I was at like 2.3, and I stayed with him the whole time.
Oh,
just drafting, but I just had to do these huge little step peaks to keep with him on like little bumps, or if he sped up a little bit or whatever.
Broken yet. Let's break me.
So lots of red. So in 52 minutes, I did 100 TSS. So like I said, I think I'm probably 10 low on my FTP estimate.
That's what it sounds like.
So I'll probably bump it from 225 to 235 for the Sufferfest.
Do an FTP test for the fun of it. Do it for the stream.
I just did one like a week and a half ago.
Okay. What did you do? You did the ramp?
I did 2. Yeah, I did the ramp test, the regular ramp test.
Gotcha. You're good then. How come? Oh, and you didn't change it, or you felt the ramp was too low?
No, I did change it, but I think it's too low.
Yeah.
Yeah, but today in like 52 minutes I hit 100, but I mean I was working really hard.
And these things remove the...
Yeah, there was a lot of red.
What we've done on this trip is re-engage.
I don't want to bump it too high because then you just get frustrated doing Sufferfest. That's not fun either.
I'm interested in seeing how
through places that are far more
all the other
than the number of
metrics line up with some of the inside testing I have been doing. I think it'd be interesting to see.
speed at which we're averaging.
I think that like you can definitely do things, differently to the way they've been done.
All right, we have 4 minutes to go here on the stream. I'm starting to cool down. We're gonna catch up on the second part of this probably tomorrow. I've got elements of style. That'll be fun. Probably be doing it in the background. I think Justin and Eric are going to be doing the cobbles, which is actually part one of day one of the Tour of Philandria. Those guys are headed to camp, so they'll be doing some of the stages mixed up here and there, just to be part of it. And then the rest of the team will be headed to the tour on Sunday. So I'm going off here. Thanks for Jomo, Jerry, everybody else joining in. Hopefully we can get Twitch up and working more reliably. We'll catch everybody on the live stream. We will end our 6th hour of streaming this morning, or 7th. And we'll see you guys all in the morning. Have a good day. Catch you later.